Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your daily mini tarot and oracle reading. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. I'm going to do a reading using the Sacred Forest Oracle, and we're going to see what these forest cards, what messages they have for you today, what Spirit's teachings are, or their messages for you that will allow you to remember something that you already know within your soul. Because if this reading does resonate with you, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. If it resonates, I resonate as a reader, don't forget to check out my Pay What You Can readings, my gift back to you. And as ever, thank you to all of you who watch my videos, like, comment, subscribe, or become a member of my channel. So thank you, my darlings. So Sacred Forest Oracle, the first card we're going to pull is what can the Forest Oracle teach you at this time? Thank you. What can the Forest Oracle teach you at this time? And do forgive me. Air Spirit, knowledge has come out. Knowledge that comes from perhaps looking at where you are now with an understanding that when we try to get too involved in something, we can get too caught up in all sorts of different bits of information that's coming to us, conflicting information, conflicting emotions that arise off the back of information that perhaps our mind is telling us. And Spirit wishes for you, it's almost like this boat here, do you see, is well, this wonderful sort of boat here is up above the forest, the wood. So when we are so caught up in something, sometimes we can't see the wood for the trees. And great knowledge comes from divine source wisdom. It comes from that intuition that's always there present within us. But we can only receive it when we choose to look at things from a wider, bigger perspective and choose to take a step back. And if we don't know enough, to say, do you know what? I'm not meant to know this at the moment. I'm not going to scrabble around trying to find out the answers. I'm just going to allow myself to glide through this present situation. This too shall pass. I'm going to glide through it with trust and with grace that I will be told the information. I will be told the knowledge, the knowing, that knowing feeling that you get through your intuition in divine design for me. So that is Air Spirit knowledge. Thank you. And it's something that's going to... you may feel at this time that you are a little bit stuck and you're not quite sure what to do or where to go. And Spirit is saying, just trust that this too shall pass. And there is some knowledge coming in for you. There is some information coming in for you. And because it's number one as the card, this is a sort of starting point, a turning point. Maybe it's a midpoint for you, but it's a point in your life, a guidepost in your life to do something with it, but to do it with grace, to do it with complete, not just understanding, but knowledge that's turned into wisdom. Thank you. What secrets lie in the heart of the forest for you? Thank you, Spirit. What secrets lie in the heart of the forest for you? New beginnings, my darling. Beautiful new beginnings here with daffodils. So the daffodils are one of the first flowers that appear in the spring. So I feel that this connected very much to what you are going to be given as an answer, as something that perhaps you've been waiting for, and Spirit's asking you to be patient and wait for this answer that's going to bring in new beginnings and joyous new beginnings for you as well. How do I connect to my wild side? How do I connect to my wild side? Or how do you connect to your wild side? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, you've got two cards have come out, magic and energy. Well, they're being very, very keeping it spiritually simple for us today, aren't they? Magic and energy. It's to understand and to think in terms of ourselves as energy, to think in terms of ourselves as vibration, as a frequency. And the magic is in understanding that, and that actually you can both define who you are in a very powerful way, send out an intention, a definition of who you are through you understanding that you are either vibrating, well, you're vibrating at a certain level, you are sending out a resonant signature, and to kind of think about what that signature might be. What patterns of thoughts and words are you saying at this time that you're putting out there to the universe, and what are you receiving back? because it is the law of cause and effect. It is the law of correspondence. So think about, and the law of attraction, it all amalgamates together, but think about what you are calling out at this time. This is the wolf here with magic. There has been a completion of something, darling, and you're very aware of that. And I feel that with that, you're feeling something is coming towards you. You're sort of have that sensation. And it's to understand that I feel also that, thank you, Spirit, that the knowledge that you're going to receive, okay, this knowing that you're going to receive, this information that you're going to receive is going to give you clarity. And it's going to have an impact on your energy. And that in turn is going to, and I've got hummingbird spirit, joy, bring in great joy. So that is wonderful. And it's about connecting to your wild side. So let's just go back to that. Connecting to your wild side is connecting beyond your safe space, isn't it? It's connecting beyond your comfort zone. So they're saying, just for a moment, suspend your disbelief that we are separate. We are this matter here, and we have to make everything happen in our lives. Just for a moment, suspend that and embrace the wild side aspect of yourself that really wants to believe that actually we are all an aspect of life force energy. We are all connected as divine oneness. Being alone is actually all one. And that actually, as a beautiful, loving energy, because we are, the essence of us is love, we can create magic in our lives. And so just with that sort of thought, go about your day thinking, I am love. I'm not seeking love. I am love. What do I wish to do with that loving energy? And see what magic unfolds when you realize you're holding it in your hands. Literally, you're holding this transformation in your hands. And energy is incredibly powerful. It's always powerful. We're always powerful when we know it or not. But wouldn't it be much more fun to consciously use that energy? To constantly say, I am going to create this in my life because of my desire, my will, and my intention, rather than it working for you and you not knowing anything about it. Because remember, your subconscious, which is almost like the engine of your energy, is always sending out a signal, but it does so with or without your direction. But if you were to direct it consciously, see what happens. See what happens when you manifest consciously, my darling, with the utter belief in the magic of it. So that's your wild side. That's connecting to your wild side. How can you encourage your metamorphosis? How can you encourage your metamorphosis at this time? Thank you, Spirit. Acceptance. Acceptance, the starry night. Acceptance of where you are. The acceptance, I mean, that's radical acceptance. Like I always say, I surround myself with plants because we all have radical acceptance about where plants are within the cycle of their life. We don't get cross or irritated. We look at a plant and feel complete calm, complete acceptance for the plant. We do so with animals. We don't with ourselves, do we? We get really quite irritated with where we sometimes are in life and what something is not happening. And so Spirit wants to say, come into that place of non-resistance, the acceptance of both where you are in your life, which is perfect. It's all in divine design. And who you are. That's also perfect in its imperfectness. We're all perfect in our imperfectness. That's why we're here. And we're here to evolve. And we're here to become aware of who we are. So that acceptance for you is extraordinary. And within that space, you're going to remember things. You're going to shift into, it's almost like, we're born with memories of past lifetimes. We're born with memories of who we are as divine oneness. And you're going to receive a lot of information that's going to come through. Now, I know sometimes it is a challenge to accept both who we are and where we are, and the same with other people. It's always a challenge. But if we can say, do you know what? I wish to accept who I am. And I wish to accept where I am, then for doing that for other people is saying, I'm accepting you for who you are and who you are in terms of where you are on my life path as well. Because the resistance that we feel, and and how that translates and transmutes into emotions that we feel comes from our expectation or disappointment in others that they haven't quite matched up to what we thought they might be, but they are exactly who they're meant to be, just like we're exactly who we're meant to be. So it's acceptance, my darling, and acceptance of everything allows us to be non-resistant energy. It allows the universe to work through us. It allows the magic to happen. It allows us to evolve. It allows us to grow. So let's see, what's the next card? What is blossoming in your life? I'm liking this reading. I hope you are too. What is blossoming in your life? Thank you, Spirit. Well, you have healing is the first card I saw that came out. The bear spirit healing, and that is wonderful. That is blossoming. So what is blossoming means what is growing with a future of expansion, healing, and healing in terms of taking that time out to stop, to pause, to rest. And I feel very much for many of you this winter, it has been you have put a pause button on your life, and either through your choice, you've done that, or through a little prompting from the universe, you found yourself alone, all one, alone, more often than not. But actually, you've surprised yourself that you've actually really quite enjoyed this solitude, and actually hanging out with yourself and hanging out with your higher self has given you an aspect of peace that maybe you haven't felt before, and clarity as well. And do you know what? I think you're really committed to this now. And there's a sense of security, and you're not having to try and be anybody that you're not. You've sort of relaxed into it is what I'm feeling. You've relaxed into it. So, and I also feel that within that space, wherever you are, you're happy within that space. I'm talking about the physical place that you are. You're happy that place, that whether you call it home or whatever it is, my darling, it is a sanctuary for you. It is a space that it's your cave, isn't it? Like the bear goes into the cave. Don't fret or worry if you are tired. It's just a sign from the body that it needs rest. Even if you are within the space of healing, recognizing that there is negative emotion there, and that just means you need deep rest. It is the body's way of, it is the acknowledgement that actually you've made a shift and you're looking to, the body needs rest before you're going into this renewal stage. And so within energetic cycles, just like winter, you need time out in order for things to grow in your life. You're preparing for your future, my darling. What is passing away in your life? What is passing away in your life? Thank you, Spirit. Enlightenment. Now that's interesting with the forest temple. So what I feel at this time, and I'm going to look at the bottom, is I feel that you have come to a certain level of understanding, but I feel that you have stopped at completely accepting the truth about a situation. So what I'm feeling with this is, to be enlightened is to understand things from a different perspective. In terms of it passing away, I feel that there has been certain truths that you have understood about this, and certain understandings that you have, but you haven't quite pushed open the door in its entirety. Can you see here? The door is sort of there for you. You haven't quite pushed open the door. And Spirit wants to remind you that you've come so far in something. Keep pushing forward in a way of saying this knowledge, because this knowledge is coming in for you to assist you, to help you at this time. You are very much in your heart space, but there is, and it's information, my darling, that is within your divine design. So it'll keep coming back around for you until you're aware of it. I hope that makes sense for you, because you keep getting messages giving you the truth with the raven spirit. And the raven is, kind of the death and rebirth. It's the keeper of secrets. There is something that maybe you're not choosing to see at this time about a situation, but it's not to say that it's passing away. It's just to say that perhaps there is another cycle of this re-happening in your life until you understand the essential truth of a situation. I trust that makes sense, my darling. What lies, this is the last card, what lies in the pools of your subconscious? Very interesting, because that subconscious, well, you are, thank you, Spirit. Let me just make sure I've got those cards. I've got activation on the bottom of the deck, and I've got be spirit, prosperity, and success. So I come back to, I just want to show you those cards in a second. Do you remember the swan at the beginning of this reading? And this was about what can the forest teach you? And then the overall energy here is activation. And there is that swan again. In the acceptance of some truth, in the aspect of not getting too caught up in this and seeing the bigger picture, seeing the wider perspective, the acceptance of yourself and others, you are within the pools of your subconscious. There is an activation happening. And this is the maypole, May dancing. So this is something to celebrate the movement of coming in of spring. And that activation within your subconscious is perhaps unsettling, but there's a big shift of energy. Imagine a sort of foundation, it's all changing. And there is a sort of vortex happening of energy that's happening. And you are coming into a place, because of the healing that you're doing, you are now believing that you deserve prosperity and you deserve success. And I feel for you that success is not necessarily something that is financial recognition or abundance in that form. It is a success of the successful conclusion of a chapter in your life that has been a challenge. And it is a successful conclusion with the healing of it that allows you to move forward in a way that is garnered and gather with peace, that your purpose in life is to be at peace, to be at joy, and to it's the secret spring, it's something that you're not going to showcase too much. That's what I keep getting. It's that sort of secret feeling inside of you of feeling, do you know what, I've done this, I've overcome this, and I'm ready now for a new chapter, to be busy with purpose, to be busy with others, to do things for others, to assist others, to do things because it feels like it's right for me to do. And maybe in my own small way, like the bee, if I can come together and share and be and do. And that is a wonderful, and be very committed, be really committed to that as well, I'm feeling too. So I think that is wonderful, my darling. I believe I'm going to wrap it up there. I want to get one more card on what is passing away on that enlightenment, because I just want to make sure I got the right message there for you. Thank you. Okay, so what they're telling me is it's the forest temple, so it's within the forest. Okay, now I understand. Thank you. So what they're saying is it comes back to the wood for the trees. So within this space here, this is bang on the office floor, the forest floor, maybe the office floor. It would be quite difficult to find that forest temple if you can't see the wood for the trees, if you can't find your way. But I think, thank you, Spirit, what is passing away? Thank you, they've been quite funny. It's almost like you've passed some enlightening bit of information and haven't noticed it. She's sort of walking past it. The door is open, it is there. She's wishing to understand, but she hasn't noticed something that if she were to take a step towards that, it would give her great joy and enlightenment. It would bring clarity to a situation. The answer is right there, my darling. And they want you to trust it's right there, to put out, that call to Spirit now to say, show me on my spiritual roadmap, what is there in front of me that I haven't seen? That's the enlightenment, what's passed you by. They're literally being quite funny there. And there is something that is this golden thread of truth and enlightenment that's right there for you, and they want you to notice it. So put the question out. You will be presented with it again because it's always there. But it is about stepping back and observing the situation. You're too caught up in it currently, and that's why you can't see that golden thread of truth within it. And it is for you, my darling. It is for you. But you are in a buzz. I'm going to say a buzz. You in this healing space. There is this buzz. There is this anticipation that you're getting there. You're really getting there, and that's your secret spring success. And that actually you want to do something with that. You want to give back. And that's wonderful, my darling. So there we are. That is your daily reading. I think I might use these cards to do the January readings. That's what I'm feeling. Thank you, Spirit. And I look forward to doing another reading for you soon, my darlings. Or look forward to doing a daily reading for you tomorrow. So much love to you. Take care. Bye-bye.